Russia, whose actions have been a main part of driving those prices up and driving those pressures up.
Let's bring in Sky's political correspondent Tamara Cohen, who's in Westminster. And Tamara, Chloe Smith there talking about short-term solutions in regards to Labour's proposals. But what kind of support, long-term support anyway, will those two candidates be proposing during tonight's hustings to help households?
Well, Vanessa, both candidates are under pressure to say what short-term solutions they would provide to help people with energy bills, because on Friday, Ofgem, the regulator, will tell us what the next price cap is for the next few months. It won't apply until the 1st of October, but it's expected energy bills for that period could be £3,500, far higher than back in May when Rishi Sunak was the Chancellor and he announced support, which is trickling through at the moment. There are £150 payments for disabled families, which they will get from September, and most people will get £400 off their energy bills over a 6 months period. But since those predictions were made in May, energy bills are expected to go through the roof, even higher, £4,000 by January and potentially £5,000 by next spring. So both candidates under pressure to announce something that can happen quickly, not something just long term. And Labour have really put this in the spotlight because they've said that if they were in government, what they would do is simply freeze bills. So the government picks up the tab essentially for that rise and people shouldn't pay a penny more. And that idea, according to the polls anyway, has proved pretty popular. This is Labour's John Healey saying why they believe that that policy, funded by a windfall tax on the big companies, is the right way forward.
We face a choice. Either we allow these oil companies to continue to make these big profits, or government steps in and provides the help that will see households through this emergency and through this winter. And that means it for us a freeze in the price bills, that people know over the next 6 months they will not face an increase in their energy costs.
Now, both candidates have said that they would not pursue that Labour policy, partly because it costs £30 billion just for 6 months, and there is an expectation at the end of that 6 months they'd probably need to freeze them again because prices wouldn't be coming down. So it's a very expensive choice. Liz Truss's team now say she would consider some targeted, basically direct payouts to households. But one of her supporters, Chloe Smith, there said, "We simply can't tell you on what scale that will be. That won't become clear until she is Prime Minister." Rishi Sunak's team say he would guarantee direct support, but also haven't said how much. So for both of them, there is really a vagueness about exactly what sort of direct support people could expect, as rising worries and anxieties about those energy bills will become even clearer on Friday when we know exactly what they will be.
Tamara in Westminster, thank you. Talks are due to take place to prevent the spread of strikes which have left Edinburgh's bins overflowing. Waste workers walked out on Thursday after being offered a 3.5% pay rise, which unions have described as pathetic. It comes as the city hosts a number of festivals. Well, let's bring in our Scotland correspondent, James Matthews, who's in Edinburgh for us now. And James, talks are certainly urgently needed. What's at the core of this dispute?
Yeah, Vanessa, it's messy. Edinburgh isn't looking its best at this time of year because of the overflowing bins, as you rightly pointed out. This is day 6 of 12 days of industrial action. Goodness knows what it's going to look like in 6 days' time, but that is the picture at the top of Edinburgh's Grass Market. Good for the seagulls, good for the vermin, not good for the festival city. The smell in this place isn't what it should be at this time of year. I mean, this is one of the prettiest parts of town, the centre of Edinburgh. The pretty backdrop for Netflix, currently making something called Baby Reindeer out in 18 months, they tell me. And of course, that's not the only showbiz crew in town, because it's festival time. TV Festival, Festival Fringe, International Festival. Tens of thousands of people are cramming into this place at a time when Edinburgh is laying on the showpiece. And of course, that's the kind of sight that we are seeing. This bin, this site is duplicated all around the centre of town and beyond. It's ugly, it's smelly, and it's a site that may yet be duplicated around Scotland. There are talks today, COSLA, the umbrella organisation for Scotland's councils, meeting the unions. They have made this 5% offer of a pay increase. The unions are saying, well, we want to see the detail of that. I was on a picket line this morning, and the point being made to me was, well, 5% is fine, but 5% at the lower end of the pay scale might not be what we're after, because 5% of very little is very little. What do the people think here of the sights, the smells in this city? Let's speak to a theatre group, one of many performers here at the Edinburgh Fringe from the University of Exeter. The name of the play is The Last Words. There's your flyer there. Tell me, you've come here for a good time. I hope you're still having a good time, but what do you make of Edinburgh, the way it's looking now?
Yeah, I think it's probably hardest for the locals because we're all having a great time and it's such a great city, but we'll get to, you know, have our fun and do our show and then leave, and they get all this rubbish and vermin left, so that's quite hard.
Yeah, what do you make of it?
Yes, I mean, it's such a beautiful city. Like, we have the privilege of our university funding us and being able to come up here and see Edinburgh for the first time. It's the first original play that I've written and brought up here. And so it's a shame to see all this rubbish everywhere, kind of getting in the way of this beautiful city and all the sightseeing. But equally, I do understand the bin men's troubles.
Yeah, mate, you're from the same group, University of Exeter, but you're local from Musselburgh, the honest tune. What do you make of this? You know, people coming to our home and seeing these sights.
I mean, to these guys specifically, I think, you know, Edinburgh's a great city, which is, I still think it's a great city. And obviously this is bad, but I don't want to unpack it and say it's a really simple thing. It's not, it's complicated. But I feel a bit upset when I sung the praises. It'll be a great time, and then they come up and see this. It can be a bit disappointing. But I think we're taking it short. It's not affecting us too much. We're having a great Fringe festival so far, and I hope everyone is as well. Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you very much. Stay positive. Good luck with the play. The Last Words, University of Exeter here. And as I say, that's the kind of thing that may yet be duplicated. Another 14 Scottish councils or workers, bin workers in 14 other council areas are contemplating action like this over the coming days. There is political crossfire. The blame game is in full spate. The local council here saying there should be more Scottish Government funding for COSLA, the umbrella council body. The Scottish Government itself saying, well, they have supplied enough funding, saying that the Labour-run Edinburgh Council should be doing more by way of sorting this out, doing more by way of leadership. So the political blame game is very much in full flow, and right smack bang in the middle is this kind of mess.
Absolutely. James in Edinburgh, thank you. This is Sky News Today. Coming up, the father of an 11-year-old girl who died at a water park tells Sky News that she was left to drown and could have been saved.
This way.
And over there is Dover.
We track the changes happening to our world right now.
I think it's a procession of the Taliban. There they are, right here.
Would you as Prime Minister be able to look them in the face?
Let's have a look at both of those two things.
I just want to say thank you for having the courage to speak to us.
We do genuinely believe in what we do, to show the truth.
I thought there was an astonishing story there.
Welcome back. The father of an 11-year-old girl who drowned at a water park in Windsor earlier this month says her death has ripped their family apart. Kira Hill was found under the water around 2 hours after she went missing. Sky's Ivor Bennett reports.
Kyra Hill should have turned 12 last week, but instead of celebrating her birthday, her family have been battling their grief, trying to understand how a trip to a water park for a friend's party ended in her death.
This has ripped my family to pieces. Yeah, it's made her brother distraught, her sister distraught, her mother distraught, and obviously myself and surrounding family members. But it's ripped my family up. Yeah, it's ripped my family up.
Kyra had been at Liquid Leisure, an aqua park set on a freshwater lake near Windsor. She was in the swimming area, where life jackets aren't required, when she disappeared below the water. A helicopter joined the search for Kyra, but her father says the emergency services weren't called for more than 30 minutes by the park, accusing staff of being too slow to respond. He says she was eventually found nearly 2 hours after disappearing in the same area where she had been swimming.
I'm 100% sure Kyra could have been saved if Liquid Leisure and the staff had acted sooner and more urgently. This is neglect, this is lack of awareness, not paying attention, almost a carefree attitude shown towards the drowning of my daughter.
Mr. Hill claims only one lifeguard was on duty where Kyra was, while a witness has previously told Sky News other staff had to borrow customers' goggles before they could join the search. In a statement, the company said, "Everyone at Liquid Leisure is heartbroken by the tragic incident on August 6th, and our thoughts remain with the family and all those affected. The incident took place in the designated swimming area of our lake, which always has a fully trained Royal Life-Saving Society lifeguard on duty. We are limited in what we can say about the incident itself at this stage. Nothing is more important to us than the safety of our visitors." With a coroner's inquest due to open, Kyra's father says he won't rest until he's found out what happened to his daughter. Ivor Bennett, Sky News, Windsor.
Now for a check on the weather.
Warm memories wherever you go. The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
Well, it will be unsettled and humid this week, turning very warm in the south. But things should settle down over the weekend. It will be fairly warm today and rather hot in the southeast, but the northwest will be quite a bit cooler. Most places will be dry with sunny spells this afternoon, but it will be cloudy at times and there will be showers around. They will be mainly in the north, especially over eastern Scotland, but will be fairly isolated elsewhere. Southern Irish seacoasts can expect more general rain later. Our Northern Isles look more like rather foggy and damp. And Britain will see outbreaks of rain spreading to all except the southeast overnight. But Ireland and Northern Ireland won't see more than a few coastal showers. It will be muggy for many, with fog near Channel coasts.
Welcome to Gabby Dave Global. We are a UK-based online e-commerce store, the first of its kind with license to trade in African products. Some of the products are clothing brands and all beauty accessories, hair and beauty brands, natural aphrodisiacs, processed and dried unprocessed food. Our mission at Gabby Dave is to connect African and Caribbean businesses to customers globally. At Gabby Dave, we ensure our sellers get the best deal for their products. We are not just here to help you reach a wider audience. We are also a distribution center to support business growth by fulfilling orders to your customers from our warehouse, making sure customers receive their products on time. We are inviting all Black-owned businesses to trade on our platform because we strongly believe Africans have a unique brand the customer would appreciate globally. So get in touch today and let us make your product and business go far. Here are some of the benefits of using Gabby Dave Global. User-friendly platform, track your shipment, online support, transparent process, multiple SKUs, multiple products, a platform that encourages manufacturers as well as traders. Our marketing and PR interventions amplifies yours. Organized products and categories for easy access and navigation. Access to global community, especially within UK and Europe.
Money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Check me out.
He tells me my energy is making him tired.
Yes!
How do you get the energy to do
I've been told that I have a lot of energy, but my goodness, I think today I have met my match, people. I have met my match, Miss Suzanne. Wow, amazing.
One of the things that's the start of the darkness. The of darkness.
So what did that
myself and the world will adjust. And 2019.
Forget the proverbial boardroom. Join me, Simone Frazier, on the CEO, the program that gives you the driving seat over your life. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. only on Starr Radio.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Star Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Broadcasting live online.
Body is your ma. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harry Song, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Star Radio. We don't go nowhere. UK, London. We they call them London for home. For here, we they call them London. And that's how you know. Just have fun and stay blessed.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Star Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Star Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Star Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Star Radio. This is UK. Star Radio UK. This is Star Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Star Radio. Star Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Love for you runs deep. All of you makes my heart beat. You make a doubt they fade. Jesus, and that's what makes you great. You hold the world in your hands.
Okay, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to welcome you to Earth, where it's all happening live. Today is the 23rd day of August, the year 2022. The time now 10:40 from the hearts of London. And this is the Star Radio UK Morning Show with your one and only Archie here. Well, I'm saying massive good morning to the team. Mr. Olayomi will be joining me. Mr. Frank Davis working behind the scenes, and my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, in the house. And I say good morning to you all, gentlemen. But a special one go to Salam Omolola says, good morning. You were the first to join us on the YouTube channel, and I salute you. Adebambo Anthony Paul, good morning to you too. Miss Gold, yes, good day, Mr. Archie, Mr. Koike. Hope you guys are doing well, and how's your family? Our families are doing very, very well, and we hope you are also doing well, and your family as well. May you have a wonderful day. To Amaya Jergini, all the way in Nigeria. Anthony Adedeji in the US. Aziz in the US as well. All of you makes my heart. And to you all wonderful people. Tosino in Moscow, good morning to you. And to the one and only Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, who has joined us as well. Massive good morning to you all. All of you makes. And to every one of you celebrating a special day today, whether it's your birthday or whatever day that you're celebrating, I salute you all. And I say, have a wonderful celebration. Jesus. And that's what makes you. Playing in the background, something from Edith Morrison. What makes you great? What makes God great? All the world in your head. You know, when I went to sleep, I didn't know how I slept. I didn't know how I woke up and everything. I mean, we didn't control that, did you? Yeah. Some way, somehow, there was a supreme being, a supreme person who was seen to order your steps, and that's why you are alive. It's not because you are that good or better than everybody or more beautiful or more handsome, as of course you are. But hey, it's just the grace of God or Allah or whatever you believe in. So wherever you are, once again, we give thanks and praise to the Almighty God who has given us the opportunity to live life. And of course, as I say all the time, we live it to the fullest, no regrets. But do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages as well. It is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Don't worry to read the time. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show.
Okay, so for those of you who are tuning for the first time on Starr Radio UK on a Tuesday edition, this is how the program goes. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit. Then the travel updates will follow as well. We're going to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe, known as Global Trotting. Love for you. Then after that, exactly at 11 o'clock, the White Lion himself, Mr. Olayomi, will be joining me to bring you updates from Nigeria. Then we'll continue, and then we'll be bringing you some other stories from across the globe. At 12 o'clock, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussions. Due to some technical upgrades, I'll be taking place this morning as well. This afternoon. Let me put it that way. It's afternoon. The program will be brought to an end at 12:30. So wherever you are listening to us from, keep your dial still logged on Starr Radio UK. And I promise you, if you are sitting, sit very comfortably. You are standing, hold on to something. I will rest assured, you arrive at your destination in peace and not pieces. Okay, let's move on straight to the quote for the day. The quote for the day says, to succeed, you must be willing to persist and work hard to break the old pattern and start working towards where you want to go. How true is that? 10:45 the time. You make a and that's what makes you great. Okay, let me bring you the weather front. What is happening on the weather front here in the UK? Especially London and the southeastern part of England. But this morning we'll see some patchy cloud with prolonged spells of sunshine. In the early afternoon, more cloud will build in from the west with a chance of the odd shower. This evening, dry conditions will remain with some clear spells throughout the night. Thicker cloud will build in, but conditions should remain dry. Total temperature is going to be 25 degrees, the lower is going to be 18 degrees. Pollen level is going to be high, UV level is going to be moderate, pollution is going to be low. Sunset 20:07 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 05:58 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. Let's take a quick break and then I bring you the travel update. Stay tuned, don't you go away. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Okay, so keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads. The Starr Radio UK travel up there comes to every weekday from 10:40. It's now 10:47. So what is your travels like this morning? You want to share with us? I mean, it doesn't matter whether you are not in the UK, because we are a worldwide radio station, and therefore we share it with our town and cherished listeners wherever they might be. It will help them on their travels, or viewers, of course. So on the travel this morning, on the underground, we got minor delays on the circle line, district line, minor delays as well, and all the others have got good service though. A bit of details there. Minor delays anti-clockwise due to an earlier faulty train at Victoria. Good service on the rest, or clockwise, my apologies. That is on the second line. And on the district line, minor delays between Elscourt and Plaistow, while they fix a faulty train at Victoria. Good service on the rest of the line. Now the London Drum Link has also got closures from Monday, that was yesterday, until Wednesday the 31st of August. No service between Wimbledon and Therapia Lane. Replacement bus operates between Wimbledon and Warden Marsh. All coming your way from Starr Radio UK. The other side, London Overground DLR, good service there. Now on the major roads in London, A24, A4, A41, Central London Red routes, North Circular A406 and South Circular A205 have all got closures there. The other side, all the others, no exceptional delays. Now keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads. I'm keeping navigated, I promise, our bond. Move on straight to the river bars. On the river bars this morning, apart from the Woolwich ferry that is suspended, all the others have got good service. You got it. Now moving on to the final segment of the travel updates. That's on the national rail. Okay, it seems to be eluding me. Well, okay, I got it now. Avanti West Coast, I've got reduced timetable. C2C, good service. Gatwick Express, I've got minor delays on some routes, so please check before you leave. And then there are disruption of the Grand Central between Grantham and Retford. And then Hull trains have also got disruptions between Grantham and Retford as well. London North Eastern Railway disruption between Grantham and Retford. So I think the Grantham and Retford issue is affecting most of the trains there. Lumo is also affected by that. Southeastern has got minor delays. Southern minor delays on some routes. Thameslink minor delays. And then Transparent Express has got amended service, so please check before you leave. Let aside, all the others have got good service. So on that note, once again, let me say it. Say it loud. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes on the roads.
Your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Okay, welcome back to the program. It is Star Radio UK. It's now gone exactly 10:52 from the hearts of London, and it's now time for Global Trotting. So stay with me. Don't you go away. Now let's see some of the stories that we'll be looking at once we have Miss Olayomi Koiki joining us. And it says that, well, doctors, nurses keep fleeing Nigeria under Buhari regime. That's what the health minister is saying. Why are they fleeing? Is he accusing them, or is he saying that there's something not going right and that's why they are leaving the country? Or in drones now, Atiku Obi slams federal government. Shetima sells Tinubu's candidacy, and then presidential candidate of that's pertaining to the elections that's going to take place. As to whether it's going to take place or not is another question. Now, Lagos Ibadan trailer crash, road repair caused traffic, and then the National Executive Council of the Striking Academic Staff Union of Universities will meet on Sunday, August 28, to take a decision on whether to suspend or continue with the industrial action. Why? Have they been offered anything? We'll be telling you more about that in a moment. Aregbesola says appeals to passport officers to stop extorting Nigerians. It doesn't only happen in Nigeria, you know. In Ghana, it's happening there as well. And I'm like, well, what is all that about? Okay, federal government tells Nigerians to invest in non-oil exports to revive economy. Well, have they given them, or have they created an enabling environment for people to do so? I remember back in the day when we had a chat with Captain John, when Mr. Olayomi Koiki was on the grounds in Nigeria, and we had a chat with Captain John, and he was talking about the opportunities that is there for not other crops or other products that Nigeria can export to make the country, gain more from foreign currency. But well, what is happening now? Farmers cannot go to their farms, go and farm to till their land so that we can use those ones or ship those ones out. So what are we talking about there? This and a lot more we're going to be looking at. Don't you go away. The next Yoruba Nation mega rally will be the last straw to break the camel's back. Who is speaking? I'll be telling you more about that in a moment. But wherever you are, don't touch the dial. It is Star Radio UK. Now, moving on straight to other parts of the world as well. Now, a billionaire has pledged to sponsor my presidential campaign. Chacha is saying, now, Chacha, can we take him as a serious person, a candidate at all? Do we have to now stop some people from behaving that way? Well, interestingly, it's not only in Nigeria that we say that, snakes have swallowed things, or we have some other forces doing stuff. But the EC boss has brought spiritualists to cast demons during IPAC. Well, are the candidates possessed? Why is the EC boss bringing spiritualists to come and cast out demons during IPAC meeting? Is she looking at some spiritual attacks against her? Maybe when she sleeps, you and I are not there. In her dreams, you and I are not there. We don't see what she sees. But well, what is happening? We'll bring you more on that. But when it comes to Africa, believe you me, we have lots of stories that mix around. Some are crazy though. Now, customs boss aided trucks under declared goods and evaded tax. So he making the rounds, saying small boy who is trying to destroy my work. If he knew that he had got skeleton in his cupboard, why did he come out to make those statements? We'll bring you more on that front in a moment. But it's all coming your way from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Kenya, Lake Turkana water level rises, cutting off islanders. Well, in some areas like in the UK and some part of the world, well, in China, well, water levels have dropped severely due to drought. But well, Kenya Odinga mounts court challenge to presidential poll results. Well, we did talk about that. Odinga challenges presidential poll results in court. Well, if those who are supposed the referee or the officiating team, part of them are saying no, it's not right. Then how can we even the referee only saying that? Well, I think it's right. The linesman is saying that no, waiting that is an offside or there was a foul committed. What can we say? Well, we all hope and keep fingers and everything crossed that it's all going to pan out nicely or well. Now moving on to other parts of the world as well. Now Ukraine, we were not behind Moscow car bomb killing. Now they perpetrated some pictures of one what do you call it? Lady who they say is a spy who came from Ukraine and was actually lived or came to visit the house of the lady who has died, and they reckon that she was the one who undertook that attack well, so we'll see what is going to happen. You always have to find somebody to blame, Abby. Now Usain Bolt moves to trademark victory pose. The retired sprinter and fastest man in history wants to trademark a logo of his signature move. So you cannot do that again. You do that is for Usain Bolt. So let me do mine before. So this is Archie Bolt. All right, Elon Musk, a supreme Twitter founder in court battle. The billionaire hopes Jack Dorsey will help him end his deal to buy the social media site. Well, when you have got too much money, what do you do about it, or what do you do with it? Trump sues Justice Department over Florida search. Donald Trump wants to temporarily stop the FBI from reviewing materials seized from his home. Why is he doing so? If you don't have anything to be scared of, why do you go that way? Allow them to do their work. What about that? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. One other story from the UK front. Girl 9 shot dead and 2 injured in Liverpool. And UK spy agencies accused of tip-off that led to a torture as well. Almost 1,300 migrants crossed channel in new record. So far this month, 6,168 people have made a crossing in small boats compared to 3,683. Well, the weather is a favorable condition for them, and that's why they are using that opportunity. But I was saying, we're going to take them to Rwanda. Well, that is not deterring them enough. So what it is the next move. We have to make sure that I think we talk to the French and give them something so that they can see to due diligence there. Now, Gatwick flight cuts at short notice due to sickness. Well, those are some of the stories we're going to be looking at. But now, enjoy this music while we get ourselves ready for Ms. Olayomi Koike to join in. Stay tuned. Don't go away. And it says Kabiyesi.
This is Starr Radio.
Are you ready to turn it up?
Almighty, the God of heaven. With one voice, we'll sing the praise of God, won't we? Let me say good morning to Sam Moses Olariran. Thank you very much for joining us as well. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones wherever you are listening to us from. Mr. Olayomi Koiki joining us in a moment. Or wherever you are, do me a massive favor. Go one step further. Share.
Starr Radio.
Using from CC Bedu and the Crafted Nation. One of the new ones there. But wherever you are, I hope that you are enjoying it as well. Good morning to Reverend Emmanuel Chidi, Michael Siama, and Minister Emmanuel Agbeke. And to all you wonderful people who are tuning in this morning to listen to us. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I can say emphatically that we got our own, the one and only Miss Olayomi Koiki on now.
Shout to the Lord with a voice of triumph. Come on now. Hey. Can you dance to the Lord?
Let's cross over to our North London studios where we have the White Lion himself, Mr. Olayomi Koiki, who has joined in. But let me say good morning once again. Moses Olaniran says, what's this gospel vibes all about? My man, Africa people are very religious than Western Westerners. Too much of biblical stuff, you know. Some way, somehow, we have to get something that we believe in, you know. If not, if we want to follow our leaders, I think we'll go crazy. But well, we are here, Starr Radio UK, to bring you all that you need to know when it comes to the news front. And let me take the opportunity to say good morning to you, Mr. Olayomi Koiki.
A very good morning to you, Mr. Archie. Good morning to all our listeners from around the globe, and welcome once again to the 23rd of August 2022 on Starr Radio UK. It is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Yes, how are you doing, sir?
Very, very good. As usual, when you're alive, there's a lot to worry about, and there's also a lot to solve, as humanity is very, very important. But I'm doing very well after a very long outing to Oxford Street, to Shepherd's Bush. The underground, like I say, is always extremely hot in this weather. But after almost 5 hours outing, I think it was still worth it to have a glimpse of what it looks like, outside, with busy shopping,
Oh, listeners, just bear with me. I don't know what we're suffering. Okay, I think we're having some connectivity issue from Mr. Olayomi Koiki's end. Just bear with us. We will get him back on. Yummy? Okay, yeah, he's back. He's back. Yeah. I think your line went, but before I come back to you, Adebambo Anthony says, my brother, good morning. You are doing wonderful. Good morning to you, Adebambo, there as well. But it's all Starr Radio UK. Now, let's quickly talk about your outing yesterday, because I was watching a bit of the video, and that's trying to create more awareness to what is happening in Nigeria. And if you go around and talking to people, how do they perceive what is going on in Nigeria, and what are their stance as to whether they think that, look, as some of us sit on the platform and said that, look, with what is happening, it's better to be divided than to go together and we all fall in the abyss. Now, what have they said? What are the reactions of such people?
Well, I mean, depending on who you're speaking with, I actually bumped into a colleague of mine that works with BBC, a Yoruba man to be precise. I also, I mean, it was all kind of mix yesterday where one of the travelers from holiday from Nigeria apparently watched me on YouTube. I was able to catch up with me. I mean, as I was, doing the campaign. I think the awareness is not just to those that we are talking to on the back home and outside the country as well. It's also trying to create the awareness to maybe an average British citizen or other African countries that are living here in the UK. But the most important thing is, when you look at, how and why things work, is because there's a system that is put in place, a mechanism that is put in place. And this has been one of the most difficult aspects in Nigeria and most African countries, that we've not put in those mechanisms in place, to curb, all kind of menace from just, as dropping a litter in central London, in as much as, even if you think of dropping it without anybody telling you the appropriate way to put it out, you might want to look back again and say maybe a camera or someone might also be capturing out your picture and upload it on the social media. Or again, in a society where the bin is also there and people are emptying those bins and they're getting paid for that. I looked at the road network as each time I go to central London, Oxford Circles, you wonder, with the almost 30 feet of the, of those, length of the road, and yet, the double-decker pass through it. But when you compare that to Nigeria, a tanker full of, a very flammable, material, then end up, tilting to the left, tilting to the right, and I think an average Nigerian think that is the right thing. It's not the right thing when you look at a state like Ondo State that has one of the biggest bitumen, in the world today. You will expect that almost every part, at least, if not Nigeria, almost every part of the southwest should have been used with that bitumen. But the question is, the management is not there, and the reason the management is not there, it goes back again because the unity of Nigeria is still questionable after the 100 years or thereabout of the amalgamation. And when you go back again and look at the independence of Nigeria, the question is, was those that fought for that independence will be happy to see Nigeria the way it is today in 21st century?
Well, listeners, interesting one there. Summation from Miss Olayomi's rounds yesterday, and the awareness that we were talking about. Now, if you have met, you're not very sure of what is happening. I mean, this is a place to be, so you can be informed or well informed. Okay, now let's come to this story before we come to the other stories. The next Yoruba Nation mega rally will be the last straw to break the camel's back. Now, we've not had a tentative date for this rally. Okay, but it looks like they're saying that, look, that is a rally that everybody has to be looking out for. Now, if that fails to move the federal government to take action of breaking the country or allowing a peaceful, exit of the Yoruba group or tribe, then there's going to be something else happening. Now, who is making that statement and why are they saying so?
I'm not sure whether you can still hear me. I know there's
loud and clear. Loud and clear. We can hear you.
Well, I mean, this statement has always been put out, when it comes to, preparing the minds of millions of Yoruba people across the globe. Like I said, Professor Banji Akintoye, I was in that meeting with him on Sunday when he was speaking to, some of the medias and also some few individuals in a Zoom meeting. And, the mega rally that we are talking about, I think he gave a bit of clue, that this rally is going to come up. I'm not sure whether it's going to be Lagos, but he talked about the rally has been done in different part of the state in the southwest, but Lagos was not allowed to have its own share, and that means Lagos at some point will do. Nobody knows the date yet, but you're quite right. The expectation that now that the 5 million petition has been signed, which is something that nobody could see it physically, but you could see it online, and based on the fact that millions of people sign to say that this is what they want. Would that now materialize bringing it down to the street of southwest in terms of the numbers of people that will be coming out for this mega rally. I believe that with 4 days notice from what Professor Banji Akintoye said, will be given enough time, and that means if anyone is traveling from any other state, at least you will be able to get and arrive at that destination. What will be the reaction of the federal government in terms of the mega rally? Because I'm sure the federal government, the state governors are already at least getting the feel of this rally. They are not sure as well when it's going to happen, but I'm sure they're also preparing for it. But one thing we still have to remember is, as much as the 1999 Constitution is a military decree, it still also enable freedom of protest and the right for gathering if you believe, just as the PDP, the APC and the Labour Party have been having their own share of campaign. But this time around, the Yorubas will be coming out in their millions, and the only reason for that is that they want a peaceful dissolution out of Nigeria.
Well, if you are listening to us, what do you think about the mega rally that's supposed to be taking place in Lagos? The tentative date has not been fixed, but do you think that will break the back of the federal government for them to say, look, we are, back in the, Moses, allow me again, Moses said, allow me, in the Bible, when the children of Israel wanted to leave Egypt, the Pharaoh said, you can't go, you can't go, you can't go. There was one last straw when the firstborns of the Egyptians died. Then they said that the Pharaoh said, oh yeah, you all leave, and then just broke them. So maybe that will happen. But what do you think about that? Adebambo Anthony says that, well, my brother, life is not good when you are in a cage, because you will never be free. That's how we citizens of Nigeria feel now, because Buhari's government have destroyed the life of Nigerians. Okay, let me go on. It says because of selfishness of turning Nigeria to Fulani country, that's why he is trying to kill Sunday Igboho. But now United Nations should know that we Oduduwa nation are ready to exit from Nigeria, no going back. Moyiwa Senegal says good morning, house. Good morning to you, Moyiwa. Hope you are doing very, very well. All right then. Now let's move on to some other stories making the round. Now, doctors and nurses. Yesterday we were talking about them. Now we know that some are saying that, well, with the way they are being treated, the way their salary and everything, we have one doctor who was supposed to even leave the country and ended up dying, facing untimely death. Now, what do you think about all that? But why are they saying? Why is the Minister of Health saying that? Is he saying that to say that, look, there's not a good environment for these people, or just saying that to say that, look, people are being selfish, they don't want to be more devoted to the country, that's why they are fleeing the country?
Well, it's not the first time that we've seen exodus of Nigerians, depending on what sector that you are. I mean, from engineer to scientists to researchers to teachers, and then so much of different professionals and artisans that believe that the continuity of living in Nigeria and trying to survive will be the best option if they can get that opportunity to leave the country. There was an interview, just to take you back, I believe some few years, I think last year, when doctors were trying to be recruited into going to Dubai. That literally created a lot of problem with the federal government, and the next interview date of that particular location was not even allowed to be held. When you now look at the headline coming out, I saw the protest from Ekiti State, Ado-Ekiti, in the southwest of Nigeria yesterday, where nurses and doctors have been not paid. And the headline says doctors and nurses keep fleeing Nigeria under Buhari regime. This is the health minister, but he's now also saying that as a sacrifice, he's now pleading as a sacrifice to a country where healthcare people are not paid, citizens are worried about what next to eat, security is there, job opportunity is there, is not there. Students have been locked away for almost 586 days today. But it seems that the health minister is now saying that he wants to encourage them to stay back so that they can fix the health sector together. You can't imagine what more can come out from a failed system that is now pleading with the citizen from not traveling out of the country. Why would they want to travel in the first place if the government was doing all the needful? The Minister of State for Health, Joseph, yesterday reiterated that President Muhammadu Buhari's regime to address the brain drain in Nigeria. The greatest challenge facing the sector presently is the doctors and the nurses leaving the country. But I want to rather encourage them to stay back, seeing the effort the government is putting, according to the minister, Mr. Ekuma Kama, who spoke with the journalists while inaugurating project at the Federal Medical Center, Ebute Metta, Lagos, identified brain drain as the major health sector challenge this morning.
Wow. If you're listening to us, you are a doctor, you're a nurse, you are in Nigeria working there, do you think that clarion call by the Virginia minister that you all stay behind, so that we can all, through devotion, sacrifice, encourage them to help revitalize the health sector? Do you think the government has created the enabling environment for you to stay? Do you even feel secure enough? Well, we're going to come to security in a moment, but what you was in the say is thanks my brother Archie from another country. I'm cool, and my regards to Koiki and others. Yes. I am an honorary member of the Yoruba nation. Okay, all right then. Now let's move on to security. Now yesterday, during the what do you call it? The 62nd annual general conference of the Nigerian Bar Association, we had two presidential candidates, Atiku and Obi, coming to slam government about the insecurity issue that is going on in the country, and saying that 2023 election is the turning point for Nigeria. It's either make or break. But all this while they've been in the country, it is now that they are vying for the presidency. Now they think that they have to make big noise on that front.
Well, the event went ahead as planned, apart from the fact that one of the presidential aspirant for whatever reason known to the team did not attend, and that is Bola Tinubu, that was represented quite very well, but maybe in a different perspective in terms of the outfit of the Vice President Shetima, because he actually dressed on a suit and tie with a kind of a trainers or a jogging shoe into that particular event, and it has become a cartoon. A lot of people, and it's actually even trending as we speak right now. But we're going to come back to that in terms of his outfit. But yes, Peter Obi spoke. Atiku was there. Both of them, actually says that the federal government of the APC, remember that Atiku was a member of the APC at some point, and it seems that, this political party or individuals just move at the one that feels as at the appropriate time. But Peter Obi and Atiku, talked that the federal government over the insecurity of the country, the economic crisis confronted the nation, and also stating that Nigeria possess all the negative indices that qualify it as a failed state. That also shows that what we are saying that Nigeria is a failed state is nothing hidden, because these two presidential candidates said so. But one thing that they also said was, 2023 will be Nigeria decisive year. It is quite right. It will determine whether Nigeria will continue to hold as a country, or the country will dissolve, just as Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, about 31 years ago. All this took place, when Atiku Obi spoke at the 62nd annual general conference of the Nigerian Bar Association in Lagos. But the other way around, Shetima, that is also part of the current government and also the vice, president to Tinubu, was represented as well. But in the other way around, while the two were criticizing his government, he had no other option than to say to Nigerians to vote for their joint Muslim ticket because of their achievement as governor in Lagos and Borno State. Well, let's talk about Lagos. Lagos, as we speak today, is not a mega city as we have been told. Just last year, a young girl that was traveling in Lagos, accident happened, issues happened across the globe in mega city as well. But when you look at the mega city that is being portrayed, to Nigerians or to the world in Lagos, it still becomes, one of the most, polluted area in the southwest, in as much as Lagos is generating the bigger large share for money into the state and then being shared across the 36 states. But Lagos does not have what it takes to be called a mega city. I mean, I was actually in central London, and that could link it back again to Lagos State. With the revenue coming from Lagos, if the Yoruba was on their own, they would have been able to develop the road network. I was actually asking people that look at the 12 million visitors, people that visit Oxford Circus Oxford Street rather every week. And the question is, how will they be able to get home and get in there? It is all about the network from the transportation system. But today, the only mode of transportation in Lagos is for you to drive on the Okada, and that is not a very good one. Let's go back to Shetima. He also talked about being the governor of Borno State. Borno today is now one of the most terrorized part of Nigeria, and remember that he was the governor while the Chibok girl was kidnapped. He was given an intel not to allow the state to allow conduct of the exam, but rather, as we speak today, some and so many of those that were kidnapped have not returned to their loved ones. Even some of them have already started giving birth to the same terrorists that kidnapped them. I'll come back again to you in the studio.
Well, listeners, that's quite an interesting one, an interesting piece there. But my question is, what did the representative or Tinubu say about the security issue? Because it looks like Obi and Atiku were hitting that, saying that, look, security, we have security issue here, insecurity going on around the country, and therefore something needs to be done. But what did his rep say about the security issue?
Well, I mean, in terms of the security issue, this is a government that have spent trillions of naira, but yet to no result. He hasn't said much apart from the fact that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, the governor of Lagos State was there, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and so many other dignitaries. The question that was the speaker advocate the reform of the Nigerian judiciary in order to position the country on the path of transformational change. There's not going to be any transformational change. Let's go back to the 1999 military decree. This was put onto Nigerians, and the same Nigerian Bar Association that should have challenged it refused to do so. Rather, everybody has used what we call a fake constitution to allow that to be used for the last 23 years of democracy. But also, in his remark, Atiku observed that the country is more disunited. There's no doubt about that today than it had ever been since the democracy took root in 1999. Noted that Nigeria had never found itself in such a very critical situation. It's because Nigeria was never a one country, it was forced on Nigerians. Also, speaking on the theme, broad transition in 21st century, as far as our country is concerned, is submitted that Nigeria had all the negative indices. But like I said, break or make, we will be giving whether Nigeria will continue to hold the ground, as a lot of people are now becoming more awakened, especially with the communication that is much more faster, much quicker. More Nigerians have known more about Nigeria than what they've ever known in the last 62 years because of the social media. 171 days, 13 hours, 33 minutes, and the seconds keep dropping will determine whether election will go ahead or the Yorubas, the Biafra, will split out of Nigeria. And those that wants to keep Nigeria might also keep the name Nigeria in other part of the country.
Well, listeners, it's Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Mr. Olayomi in our North London studios. I'm Archie here in the South studios, and we'll bring you updates from Nigeria. We'll be coming to the judicial reform that they were talking about there. But hold on for a minute. Prince Abimbola Oshode says, good morning, Mr. Archie and White Lion. Well done. Niger is not working again, and it's dead. Now, Adebambo says, now let the world understand that Yoruba just want to exit from Nigeria with peace. But now, if Buhari, like it or not, Odua nation will live in Nigeria because Buhari is terrorizing and destroying we Yoruba. But time has come for us to leave Nigeria and let Queen Elizabeth should understand. Queen Elizabeth understand that if there is bloodshed happening in Yoruba land, she's going to face the punishment in heaven. Oh my goodness, that's a strong worded one. Now I didn't know your Adeshola Su says Equator, sir. Mr. Koiki there as well. Starr Radio UK. Now let's come to the judicial reform. Now, should there be a judicial reform? Now, what are they going to do? Are they going to appoint new judges? And we're talking about insecurity. Now, we're talking about insecurity. First of all, we need to crack down and stop the terrorists and all. It said that whoever is trying to make the country unhospitable. Okay, but if we say, oh, instead of seeing to that one because the government, the federal government has spent trillions in that and they've not seen any result, so we should now go and see to reforming our judiciary. I don't think that is going to bring about any peace or this and there, would it?
Well, in terms of the judicial reform, it still goes back to the whole 1999 constitution, and you must have a constitution that works, not a Sharia that is used in the northern part of Nigeria and a different law that is used in other part of Nigeria today. Because if you actually commit a crime in the north, you are probably going to be using a Sharia to decide that. And it seems already that there's a division. When you look at the constitution has given a lot of power that any president in the world would ever achieve, to this particular, Nigeria as it is today. And if power belongs to the people, how come then, the constitution that has purposely, crafted, in a way that is now having a hindrance amongst a lot of the states across the country. When you look at the criminality that is happening, we do have a lot of criminals in the southwest, in the southeast, in the middle belt. Just as an impersonating officer was picked up in your state yesterday, is a teacher and he has been impersonating as a superintendent officer. All these are crimes that are local, but what they've actually done is allow Nigeria to run since 1999 because a lot of Nigerians wanted a new system to work after the failed 1993 election that Babangida annulled, for a reason known to him. But Obasanjo was brought in. Nobody questioned the constitution. These are the same, Nigerian Bar Association that should have fought that fake constitution. Rather now they're asking that maybe in the 21st century, according to what they had yesterday, there could be a kind of a reform. I'm not sure whether a reform will solve the situation in Nigeria today, because Nigeria is really at a crossroad.
Interestingly, when it comes to constitutional reform, it has to be triggered from the House of Senate, and is it the chambers, the two chambers there? They have to do that. But I know that it looks like the Northerners have more representatives in those chambers, and therefore the tendency that they will, majority will win the move to actually reform it can never happen.
Well, there's no way anything that can talk about when you look at the the issue of Nigeria as it is today. You would hardly not be able to do anything, because Nigeria, as it has been set up, based on what we have, will be very, very difficult for anybody, to work on it, because, like you said, there's more numbers to the north in terms of the senator, the House of Reps, and that means the chances of making a change in the constitution, in amendment, will be very, very difficult, because that would easily, be wind down as quickly as possible and not be allowed to go through, based on those, fact that they have, the numbers. Maybe tomorrow, if I have the time, I will give us, a brief of those numbers, because we have them in terms of the current senator that we have, as against, each of the, the districts from the southeast to the northeast to the northwest to the middle belt and to the south.
Well, Interesting. Well, hopefully tomorrow, keeping fingers crossed, Yomi said we'll be bringing you the represent how it's all represented. The various states are represented there, whether the North has got majority or the South or whatever is going on. But Adebambo says that let what the British Empire did to Odua land should come and make amendment now and come break Nigeria as it's before. Yoruba should go, Biafra should go, like Hausa should be on their own. Well, he's just talking about total disintegration there, but it's all Star Radio UK. Now let's move on to some other stories. Yesterday we did talk about ASU. Now has government now some way somehow met them halfway? Because it seems like they're saying they're going to have a meeting on the 28th of August, and that will determine whether they still want to go on. So if they say they still want to go on, maybe government has stretched an olive branch to them, and they think that this might be somehow good. What information do you have about that?
Well, I mean, the National Executive Council meeting of ASU will have a meeting on the 28th of August, which is this coming weekend. The 4 weeks ultimatum that we gave is expiring that same day. We'll be making our decision based on the result of the state congress. The NEC has to depend on the result of the congress. The zones have held their own congress. The branch chairman will also talk to their members, and they'll get a feedback. So it seems, as extension might happen, or maybe a call-off, all these will determine during the National Executive Council of the ASU, the Academic Staff Union of the University, this Sunday on the 28th of August 2022. But one thing is, there's still a lot of decision that would happen. Maybe there might be changes between the federal government and ASU, but as we speak right now, actually during my late night conversation yesterday, a caller spoke to us from Lagos, where 2 of our children have also been part of those that have sat at home since February 14. Now it's now about 586 days that Nigerian students are currently out of school.
Well, are you a student in Nigeria? What do you think is going to happen? It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Maybe the ASU will have a rethink and think, let's go back. Let's go and sacrifice for the nation. Let's go and teach our children. What do you think is going to happen there? Okay. Yomi, let's move on. Let me just come back to you so that you move on with some of the other stories. But there was one that is pressing me, troubling me, and that is pertaining to passports. Especially those of us in the diaspora. At times we want to get ourselves native passports, let me put it that way. So you might have your British passport, but you still want to get a Ghanaian passport, or you also want to get a Nigerian passport where their dual citizenship is allowed. Now, what are the officers in the passport office doing extorting money from them? Is it that you have to bribe them before you get your passport, or what are they doing there?
Well, passport is one document that enables you to move from point A to B, even if you're traveling within African country. But today, so many Nigerians, both at home and outside, are finding it extremely difficult, to get their passport. So, Mr. Aregbesola, that is, the minister in charge of that, has now appealed to officer. Imagine you have to appeal, to those that you are meant to either sack or question why such extortion is happening, both in Nigeria and even here in the United Kingdom, in Dubai. There's a lot of other problems like that, in Oman. Some cannot even get the passport, and also in America. The question then is, Aregbesola appeals to passport officer to stop extorting Nigerians. Mr. Aregbesola urged the Nigerian Immigration Services to beam his searchlight on hearing officers bent on exploiting passport visa application process. According to him, the Minister of Interior that has failed as a minister, just as so many other ministers that have been in this government, you quite tend to question them. I mean, when you look at him, he was a governor of Osun State, and there's still a lot of question mark on his head as we speak this morning. But rather, because the whole system of these old individuals that have come together, and told Nigerians that they were coming in, to make life better for Nigerians. But as we speak today, Nigerians have now faced more difficulties, and just as getting a passport that belongs to you from a country called Nigeria, for those that believe in Nigeria, it is one of the most difficult thing as well. So it's Starr Radio UK. I come back again to you in the studio. So he's actually telling the passport officer to stop the tarnishing the image of Nigerian immigration services, accusing them of creating artificial scarcity.
Now, when it comes to those of us in the diaspora, so in the UK and other places, I mean, even in Benin or that's outside the country, how easy is it for you to get your hand on a Nigerian passport?
Well, like I said, an average Nigerian today cannot get a passport. Is one of the most difficult things, to achieve as a Nigerian. So whether you are using it just for a form of identification, or you just need it to travel, to as far as maybe closest border, which is Benin Republic, you probably don't need it, but you at least still have to have it with you, because as an ECOWAS economic community of West African states, you should be able to have it with you when you're traveling to Ghana, or if you have to go to countries where you probably need a passport. I mean, yes, luckily a lot of Nigerians that have left the country for some years have been able to get another passport, whether you're living in Belgium or Germany. But what about millions of Nigerians that could not get it? It's the same problem, just as remember that so many prisons have been broken into under the nose of this minister, and as we speak today, there's a particular one that took place at Bolongo, Correlation Center in Oyo State, where the criminal has fled, and as we speak today, no update. Kuje prison, under the nose of this same minister in Abuja, was broken into. As we speak today, hardly have they captured any of those criminals apart from Lai Mohammed, a minister of information, coming to tell us just 48 hours here in London that the terrorism issue in Nigeria was already something under control. But yet, as we speak today, there's more terrorism activities, more kidnapping cases, and more Nigerians finding it very difficult to get a passport this morning.
Well, Starr Radio UK 11:39. We have to move fast because our time is running like no man's business. Now, yesterday was a sit down, will be the normal sit down at home at the southeast. Now we have the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu after his rendition into the country, his arrest and rendition into the country more than a year now. That they are saying that look, come October, whether the legal framework of Nigeria or the the federal government should expect what? Fireworks. So what do you think they are going to do there?
Well, yes, that is what it is. And also yesterday, they paid a courtesy visit as usual to Nnamdi Kanu. And just quickly, I go straight to what Barrister Ifeyi Ejimafo had to say. Update on our routine visit to our indefatigable client Oyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the headquarters of the Department of the State Service, Abuja, which was yesterday. The court order routine visit to Nnamdi Kanu that took place yesterday. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was conducted at the DSS Abuja. The visit was conducted in a strict observance of the new DSS protocol introduced to distort the court order guideline. According to his barrister, including prospective positive outcomes on Oyedu pending appeal come October 2022. We are looking forward to a more proactive, positive court outing on the 11th of October 2022. This date is sacrosanct. Oyedu extended his heartfelt regard and love to you all. So yes, you're quite right, as they are preparing to see if they can get at least a bail condition for Nnamdi Kanu, even though the federal government, is finding it very difficult, to allow a court process to continue. Rather, what we've seen is, they've tried, to distort, the court case, and that means it's becoming very difficult, for the legal perspective of, Nnamdi Kanu to really work out, how they can get him out. Even though United Nations, arbitral human rights have spoken on his case, well, 42 northern groups have said they should keep away from the situation in Nigeria, because as far as they're concerned, Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB is a proscribed criminal, and that means the government will have to deal with them as criminals.
Wow, listeners, it is Starr Radio UK 11:42, and I'll just allow Yomi to continue with the updates and what is happening on the social media platform. Over to you, sir.
Well, since we've done so much in terms of the update, we just go straight to the social media. And the first thing that has just popped up, some 24 minutes, that means while we were live here, official ASU, good morning Nigerian student. As the university are having the Congress meeting to decide the fate of the strike action, kindly represent your school in the comment section. Imagine this is what Nigeria has turned into. The minister there was telling Nigerian doctors not to flare out of the country. So let's just talk a little bit more on one other aspect, and then we go straight to the social media. Once again, you're watching Starr Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Nigeria relies on 9 power plant for 71% of the power. Power is one of the biggest threats in Nigeria. I talked about that while I was in central London yesterday. None of those businesses will operate should the power go down for 10 minutes. That means from the food sector to the shopping mall that people are doing, people will not be able to use their bank card to make transaction and make payment, and that could be a lot of problems. So 570 million debt contractor to sue Osun over airport is coming on that airline. Oil firms owe banks 5.9 trillion amid losses and theft. That is also coming in that headline. Also, global citizen plans event to eradicate poverty, and that will just take us straight to the social media this morning just to look at what people are discussing. Like I said, Shetima is currently trending in terms of his outfit to the Nigerian Bar Association conference yesterday. Let's look at what people are saying. Faith Omoye says this NBA drama has reinforced the popular opinion that Tinubu is just a presidential placeholder for Shetima. Nigerians, vote wisely. Ifafunsho says, I feel so sad to see Nigerians insulting Shetima dress code. I was expecting to read analysis of his presentation in an NBA conference he attended. Sadly, Twitter is flooded with mocking now he dressed. When are you people going to grow up in this colonial country? Neferati, while Peter Obi is at the NBA conference by himself, Atiku and Shetima went to the conference with all their village people. This is exactly what Obi is against. He will run a very lean government, while Atiku and Tinubu will run a bloated government of friends and cronies and so much. And you can see that a lot of conversation is going in there. So let's take a look at what more people are discussing, in terms of the social media, this morning. Arekanowi says, fighting for Yoruba race is a very dangerous cause, but we will never give up our race. The biggest attack I have received during my fight for Yoruba freedom are from my fellow Yorubas. No matter what happens, we will continue to fight for the Yoruba nation struggle. So what are Nigerians saying as well on social media before we wind down this morning on Starr Radio UK at exactly 11:44 for those of you that are joining us as well. Why did Nigerian government quickly proscribe the indigenous people of Biafra, people only seeking for referendum, but yet to proscribe Miyati Allah, the fourth terrorist group in the world? Who else could say this? The Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka has now questioned the federal government once again. We will have that interview tomorrow, during Niger Voices and also some other areas as well. And the last one from the social media this morning, Peter Obi is a class Nigeria has never added this good. Go and verify. And I can see Peter Obi there sitting in front of a very beautiful bar, maybe at the NBA that took place yesterday while he's going through his mobile phone. And just to wind it up, the mouthpiece again reposted Sunday Igboho calls for international support for actualization of Yoruba Biafra nation, says the British made Nigeria is dead.
Is the British made Nigeria dead or not? Before we go, now Adebambo says that, my brother, this is what we're talking about. Nigeria is now everything about Nigeria is fake, and Nigeria is no more again because everything in Nigeria have already died. Okay, my brother, there's some country in the world that is not up to 4 states at Yoruba in the country, at Yoruba land. What now happened that we will not exist from Nigeria as a country? Odua nation have come to stay. Okay, continue to keep your comments coming through. My apologies, maybe I'm muffled on what I was supposed to say. Listen, just bear with us. Yomi, yes, before you go, sir.
Well, stay tuned with Archie to take you through the rest of the program. But I will be back again same time tomorrow, where we continue with all the news and the update from Nigeria. But for now, stay blessed and stay safe. From wherever you're watching us. Once again, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Yummy, let me say thank you very much for that wonderful update. It is Starr Radio UK. Tomorrow, Mr. Olayomi will be joining us once again for another edition of the morning show. But for now, let me bring you this song whilst we take a bit of a sip of water and then we continue. That is Rat Race, a cover version from the late Bob Marley and the Wailers. Enjoy.
Oh, what a rat race. Oh, what a rat race. Oh, what a rat race. This is a rat race.
This is Starr Radio.
With someone. Oh, what a rat race. With someone. Oh, what a rat race. Rat race, rat race. And the cats away. The mice we play. Political violence fill your city. Yeah. Don't import it, Rasta in you. I say, Rasta don't want for no CIA. Rasta.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
The best radio show.
When you thinking peace and safety, a sudden destruction, collective security for surety. Yeah, don't forget your history. Know your destiny, and this abundance of water. The fool is thirsty. Rat race, rat race, rat race, rat race. Some allow, some oh, what a rat race. Some lawful, some and this rat race. Rat race, I'm saying. When you're thinking peace and safety, a sudden destruction, collective security for surety. Yeah, don't forget your history. Know your destiny and this abundance of water. The fool is thirsty. Rat race. Oh, what a rat race. Rat race. Rat race. Rat race. And this rat race. We got a horse race, we got a dog race, we got a human race, political rat race.
Well, that is a Rat Race, a cover version from Avis Ramley, a cover version of Bob Marley's Rat Race. I hope that you enjoyed it this morning, but wherever you are tuning to listen to us from, it is the Starr Radio UK morning show. I'm going to take a commercial break, and once we come back, we'll continue with the show. Now, this afternoon, exactly at 1:30, we'll be having BB Clement bringing you BB Means Business, and we want to make a date because she is going to be talking about how to use networking to make money. I mean, this is a time where there's a crunch across the globe, global crunch, economic crunch, and Every little helps, as Tesco slogan says, and therefore it is very important that if you have a way and means to go about making some money extra dough, why not? But let me say thank you very much to Adebambo. I said good and God bless. See you tomorrow there as well. But those of you who still on, hold on, don't you go away, because there's lots more going to be coming your way. But let's take this commercial break. I'll be with you. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Check me out. He tells me my energy is making him tired.
Yes.
How do you get the energy to do
I've been told that I have a lot of energy, but my goodness, I think today I have met my match, people. I have met my match, Miss Suzanne. Wow, amazing.
One of the things that's the start of the darkness. The hole of darkness.
So what did that
myself and the world in adjust. And 2019.
Forget the proverbial boardroom. Join me, Simone Frazier, on the CEO, the program that gives you the driving seat over your life. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. only on Starr Radio.
Welcome back to the program. It is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 5 minutes to the top of the hour. As I announced, due to technical work that will be taking place, upgrades that will be taking place exactly at 12, Church will bring the program to a close. There are a few technical upgrades going on, so we try to bring it to the tail end because that's when the team can work on it. Their outside team, and therefore we need to allow them in. Okay, but if you want to join the conversation, it is 0208-133-2257 or 58 0208-133-2257 or 58. Now in the US or Canada, it is 0017183032737 0017183032737. You can text or WhatsApp as 07 075-3966-1744. Our Twitter handle is Starr Radio UK and email address is info@starradiouk.com. A quick commercial, be a quick one, and then I bring you the other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Welcome back to the program, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Almost 12 o'clock, and let's crack on. Okay, now when it comes to Ghana as well, a billionaire has pledged to sponsor my presidential campaign. Kumchacha, do you think that it's about time that we regulate who becomes a president? But somebody said the constitution allows anybody, if they meet that criteria, qualification, then they can be. But well, he thinks that, well, Ghana needs a spiritual leader. Now we have a president who is building a whole cathedral for God, so that God can have mercy on the country. So what more do we need? A spiritual person coming to pray in the presidency and having maybe commanded the whole nation to go fasting and prayers. Do you think that would do for us? Well, somebody will say, well, back in the day, in the Bible, we had Samuel and all those people, prophets leading the country, and they were doing well. So maybe it's our time that we have something of the sort. The founder and leader of the Heaven's Gate Ministries International, Prophet Nicholas Osei, alias Kumchacha, has reaffirmed his decision to contest Ghana's presidency in the 2024 general election. Now, speaking, Kumchacha earlier announced his ambition, noted that he has since received support from various persons, including several Ghanaians in the diaspora, who have pledged to support his campaign. Now the question is, are those who supporting him or pledging their support, are they for real? Do they think that anything can come out of that? Well, somebody will say, you wait and see. Who knows? As the Electoral Commission has actually maybe brought in somebody to come and cast demons or whatever, we'll be bringing that. Now we are praying that God has told me that I should contest in 2024. When I went into God in prayer, I informed God to send me people who can push me, because politics is financially demanding, and even Ecclesiastes in the Bible says money answers all things. Now thankfully, God has blessed me with about 150 diasporans who are supporting me with their money and strength. I have one man who is a billionaire. He has pledged to take up all the cost of my campaign because he loves me and loves the way I speak truth, he said. Now, according to Kumchacha, who has no formal education, it is not a hindrance to his ambition or competence as a potential president. And somebody said, I don't qualify to be a president, but you are a fool if you say that. He fumed. Well, interesting. Isn't it as flogging a dead horse? But we'll have time to look at it again as the days and the weeks unfold. Well. Charles Owusu blames Dampare for economic struggles. Why is Charles Owusu saying that in Ghana? A former head of monitoring unit at the Forestry Commission, Charles Owusu, has blamed the current Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare, for the current economic challenges facing Ghana. Is he the finance minister? According to him, the current economic crisis is very much related to the hand of God being lifted away from Ghana. Now, this is as a result of the decision by the IGP to clamp down on prophets and prophecies when he assumed office. Interesting. It is not as if President Akufo-Addo has not worked. He has worked a lot, and it is evident across entire Ghana. When Nana Addo, Danko Akufo-Addo, became a president in his journey, a certain man who says he is also a Christian got an appointment in this country, and what he did was to use fiat. He asked prophets not to prophesy in this country. He asked that when one receives a prophecy, they bring it